I'm back and welcome to my channel. My name is Esaia Mystic. If you are new here, welcome. Make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Ooh, a little thing in my hair. If you would like to see more videos from me, today we are going to be talking about a topic that I think it is time to discuss. Because it seems to just be a theme for a lot of the spiritual women, intuitive women, mystical women to attract and get into these toxic relationships. But at the same time, they are very intuitive, right? They work with, they're healers. They're, as spiritual leaders, they're very empathic women, right? And what I'm seeing is a lot of these women end up wasting all of their magic on men that cannot step up to the level of intuition, spirituality, emotional intelligence. They're just getting into these toxic relationships with men, with dusties or whatever you want to call them, and they're literally wasting all of their energy in into these toxic relationships. And it's funny because this is something that affects so many women, and it's the reason why I created my Lilith Code free 4-day mini course, is because if you are a woman and you are delving into the realms of magic, spirituality, and you're an entrepreneur, you want to pursue your purpose, you want to become, who you've intended to be in this lifetime, and you're really stepping into this other level of consciousness, what I notice is you'll end up getting blocked or sidetracked or completely disheveled from what you originally intended for yourself, because of the relationship that you're in, or because of this guy that you've chosen to be with. And it's not even necessarily the guy per se, but it's your energy dynamic, and it's your understanding of yourself, your feminine energy, that you don't fully understand or grasp. And this is why there is no way for a woman to really be uh, a master in spirituality, a master of, energy work, being a spiritual leader, being a healer. There's no way you can master that field if you are wasting all of your energy and all of your time on relationships and guys and men that are draining you and depleting you of your source and your magic and your power. So let's just start off with talking about the topic. Oh, my ear. Do y'all think I have a big ear? I've always been like, should I cover it? Should I show it? Cover it? I'm gonna cover it. So let's just start talking about the term witches that are used in the title. I don't normally use or talk about witchcraft, or I don't even really call myself a witch, because I don't identify with paganism. I don't even really identify with voodoo or any of these religious witchcraft-ish spirituality type of things. Why? I respect them, but I don't identify with them, because I identify with something that is I believe to be much more powerful and potent than paganism or voodoo or any of these different kinds of, religious spiritualities. And I'm calling them religious because um it's like a sanction. It has a threshold of like what it looks like, what it is. This is um a rubric or a guideline to how you should be spiritual, right? And so that's what it is. And I believe that the power of our soul, the power of our magic and our um the mysticism and the majesty and the glory of this life that we're living lives in the earth. It lives in the you can measure it in the biorhythms of the forest. You can measure it in the, you know, in our heartbeats, in our body, in our movements, in our being. Um, I believe in just a really much more expansive level of spirituality that really ties us into who we are existentially as souls, as beings that are intertwined intimately with the earth and our ancestry. So that's what I believe, and I use the term witches in the title because this is a term that a lot of people have associated. Peace to everyone coming in the room, consciously stoned. Um, Witches, and the term witches has been used to identify the history of women who were enlightened and who lived by the laws and order of the earth and the universe. And they lived by this. And when you live by that, that means that you practice the laws of the earth. You practice the principles of the earth. And the principles of the earth have a lot to do with the principles of the universe and the cosmos, and especially the influence of the sun and the moon. So witches, women who abided by these laws, which were mostly indigenous women, okay, and women who were close to the earth, they used the herbs. They used they understood the principles of, learning from the animals in nature. They understood the order and the rhythms of life. They understood their feminine energy. And they understood it in a way that was, you could not touch them, right? You could not touch them because they were protected by almost like a force field of energy. They were protected by, and they don't make it seem like that, right, in history books, because all we know about witches is the witch trials and how a whole bunch of, um, white women were burned on a stake for being a witch. And, not just white women, but I'm just saying that's what we learn about in history books. And that's what we learn on the forefront. But all of this is coming from this fear of woman being in her power. This fear of woman tapping into the truth of who she is, her divine order and the way she flows and the rhythms of her existence, and rising in that. You are powerful. You're the most powerful being on this planet when you are in that element as the divine feminine. So this is what the term witches in this day and age represents and is talking about. And so I use the term witch because honestly this video is inspired by another video that I watched by I think her name is The Practical Witch on YouTube. And so she made a video talking about how, she's, you know, a tarot reader, works with astrology. She does all of these great things on her YouTube channel. And she did a video about how for a long time she was in a narcissistic, abusive relationship with a guy that she was pretty much taking care of, feeding him, clothing him, buying him all kinds of stuff for whatever he needed. She was basically not in her feminine energy, not understanding truly and principally what it means to be a spiritual woman. So if you are currently experiencing toxic relationships, narcissistic abuse, or maybe you're not in that extremity, maybe you are just on your path of spirituality and you may still feel like some angst in your relationship because you feel like you need to show up a certain way and you feel like you need to do things a certain way. See, this is the trauma of the spiritual woman. And I call this woman, her energy signature is that of the lunar feminine, because what you want to do is you want to survive, right? You want to stay alive. And for literally decades, right, women have had to hide and suppress their intuition, their deep-seated intuition. They've had to suppress knowing, what's true, and push that down so that patriarchy can live. We've had to suppress a lot of the parts of us that are so real and raw and authentic, because that was at one point we knew this was a survival thing. This is a survival thing. So now we have so many spiritually gifted women who end up getting into these relationship dynamics with the masculine, and they give all of their power away. And see, what's supposed to happen normally in this type of, when you do align with the masculine, the sacred masculine, as a spiritual woman, as a healer, as a soulful woman, entrepreneur, when you do align with the masculine is supposed to take the power and energy which is coming from your sacral chakra and bring that up into his solar plexus and then fuel you with the solar plexus energy. And I talk about this in my book, how each chakra has a polarity of masculinity and femininity as you go up the chakras. So this is an energy dynamic that a lot of people don't understand, especially women who are, spiritual and intuitive, because they've learned and been conditioned to just push down and suppress their truth and what their soul is telling them, and the things that they really want and the things that they truly desire. They feel like, from the conditionings of society, and I talked about this in my previous video, they feel like they have to live and show up and be a certain way so that they can exist on earth, so that they can create and have security from the masculine and have that masculinity in their life, so that they can feel secure and protected. But let me tell you, this is an illusion, right? This is an illusion that has been portrayed to you, that if you live your life this way, if you do things this way, if you basically give all of your power away to the masculine, and he doesn't give that power back to you through his solar plexus, that's okay. You guys are equals, right? You're supposed to be equally giving each other the same amount of energy. And it's like, no, you give each other energy from different energy centers. It is not the same. So she was telling her story about how she literally like poured into this guy. And when you do things like that, you throw off the balance because you're imbalanced and you don't understand your feminine energy. You throw off the balance of the entire relationship. And so he ends up feeling you know, emasculated because she's giving to him from her sacral, and from there he's supposed to give back from his solar plexus. But what she ends up doing is she feels the incapacity, or you know, she feels that fear of, is he going to, you know, give that back, give back to me in that way? Is this energy from the solar plexus coming? You know, is he going to share, you know, his use his power and his energy and his authority and get into that solar plexus energy to go out and get it, you know, so he can come back to me and pour into me, into my heart, right? So that's when we get to the heart. It's not happening. So then you get into this state of fear. And there's an order, right? There's an order to feminine energy. And it is so important for you to understand the mechanisms of your feminine energy if you want to create relationships, which I'm gonna tell you right now, majority of women, like I said, who, even if you do have a successful business, even if you do, you know, are doing well, getting, you know, well off in life, even if you are paying all the bills and you're doing everything, that when you do not understand your feminine energy, you will have these relationships in your life that will drain the living life out of you. And they'll be so draining that, you know, you'll have to at some point address this. Address the fact that your spirituality and your intuition has put you in a position to not be, you know, a degular woman who can just live by society standards and do what everybody expects you to do as a woman in, you know, America today. You know, you can't live like, you know, 50-50 and, or I'm gonna just take care of him and I'm gonna be the one to pay all the bills while he stays home with the kids, or I don't know, whatever the energy dynamic. These are normally how they look, okay? You're not cut out for that. And that's why you are the main ones who keep experiencing the, you know, the pain and the trauma that comes from that. You are the ones who keep, you know, talking about how you're with the narcissist and in these toxic relationships and just drained emotionally. You can't even really do what it is that you want to do and pursue your purpose in your life because of these relationships and you not understanding yourself and how your energy works. So again, this is why I created the 4-day Lilith Code free 4-day mini course for women to understand their dark feminine energy, for women to understand the core of who they are, how their energy operates, and the number one thing that they need to integrate, which is sacred masculinity, into their energy field, so that that can be the groundworks to evolving into your full blossoming, evolving into your purpose, evolving into, magnetizing and receiving what you really, really want in life, right? Because, like I said, even in those situations, Peppa Pig is on? Yeah. Okay, bring me the remote and I'll change it. So, this is, I lost my train of thought. Ugh, I hate that. Here, hand it to me. Okay, guys. So I had something else to say. I'm gonna go change the channel and be right back. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Which one do you want? Which one do you want? This one? That one? Whoopee. And this one, Whoopee. I said the horse one. Like this. You know, like that? Yes. Baby. Okay, like I was saying, even if you do get into, like, become successful and you have everything, the booming business, and every woman at their core wants the balance of the masculine to be there. Just like every man at their core wants the balance of the feminine to be there. It's just a natural desire that you have. So you'll feel fulfilled in your purpose and being successful. But being completely fulfilled means having that and also understanding how the masculine plays into that, right? Because if you are so spiritual, right, and you are so intuitive, that's my question. How can you be so spiritual and so intuitive and so enlightened, but don't understand feminine energy and masculine energy, but don't have the respect of the original divine order? Because that's what yin and yang represents. Yin and yang represent order and balance, right? Libra, order in the court. Libra is the judge of the zodiac, and they represent yin and yang. They represent the balance, the scales. Well, actually, it's Pisces that represents the two fishes of yin and yang. But Libra also is the sustainer of Pisces. So this is balance. This is order. And because Libra is the sustainer of Pisces, it is only through understanding your feminine energy and your masculine energy that you can tap into spirituality successfully and purely, right? That is the gateway. That's why whenever the lunar phases come and we're moving into like Libra season, we was in Libra season, right? When the Libra new moon come, what's a full, when, what kind of full moon we moving into? Does somebody have the answer to that? Anybody? I think it's an Aries full moon, actually. So, not after Libra, but before we come into a Libra new moon, we're leaving a Pisces full moon. That's what I meant to say. So before we come into Libra new moon, we're moving out of a Pisces new moon. So what, not a Pisces new moon, a Pisces full moon, okay? So when we're in a Pisces full moon in autumn, like in Virgo season, we're moving into the Pisces full moon. We have to release illusions. We have to release false things that we are getting lost in, right? And victimization. We have to get rid of all of those illusions and victimizations in order to set clear intentions on how to have balance and order and harmony in our energy. That's how it works energetically for the lunar phases. So, and the same thing when we're going into when we're in Pisces season, and we're in a Pisces hitting a Pisces new moon. What are we leaving? We're leaving a Libra full moon during Aries season. We're leaving a Libra full moon. So that lets you know, again, if you want to set clear intentions for your dreams and your spirituality and the collective whole, not the collective, but the great spirit and the all and the oneness of who we are, and being able to tap into that realm clearly, then we need to let go of toxic patterns and in our relationships, in the way that we're relating to ourselves and other people. This is how it works in the world. This is how it works on earth. This is how our energy works. So this is how you know that if you are a healer, a spiritual woman, or you identify as a witch, or you practice different types of spirituality, you must understand your feminine energy first. You must understand your feminine energy first. And I say you must understand this first because Libra comes before Pisces, okay? Pisces is the very last thing that you tap into, meaning spirituality. You got to go through all the signs before you can get to this to the great spirit, okay? So this is really important part and aspect of women coming into their enlightenment, and also being able to manifest and bring things into their reality that they want to experience and that they want to have in their life. You can't do it if you don't understand your feminine energy, and you're giving all your power away to men who don't understand their masculine energy. And so you want to have that respect for self. You want to have that respect for who you are as a woman, first and foremost. And when you do that, and when you understand your womanhood, when you understand your the source of where you come from, right, as a woman, and like I said, the history of women is so deep that it ties back all the way into the creation of this realm, the creation of earth. We're in a, like I say all the time, we're living on a feminine planet. We live on a sacral planet that is ruled by feminine energy, water and earth, okay? You have to call fire here. You have to call fire here. You cannot, fire isn't just here like everything else. You have to call fire here. Air is here too, but we don't live in air. We do live in air technically, but we don't live on air, and air isn't what feeds us and nourishes us. So it's all a part of it, but dominantly it's always going to be feminine energy. And feminine energy is the beginning, is the primary energy, is the darkness, is the yin. And from that energy is where all of the fears and neuroticism and paranoia of society and the matrix comes in and wants to tell us as women what we should be doing, how we should be relating, how we should be dating, and it's all insidious. It's so insidious, and it's been programmed into women that they just don't understand themselves anymore, and they don't know their power. And what women are walking around boasting and bragging about, and feeling like they should have the right to do this. I've listened to women in clubhouse rooms I've been in, talk about how they just get into arguments about how they should have the right, to have sex with as many men as they want to. And it's like, they get into these arguments about, well, women take pleasure in sex too, so we should be able to do whatever we want with our vagina, you know what I'm saying? And it's one thing to just state the obvious, right? But this is a trauma response. You need to understand that this is a trauma response. You are saying this and doing this because of you feel like you're unworthy. You feel like you're not enough as a woman, and so you need to overcompensate and do what men do so that you can feel like you're a woman again. And it's like, you don't have to tell, and you don't have to argue, and you don't have to be trying to convince somebody of how, you take pleasure in sex too, so why can't you have sex with as many people as you want to? You can do whatever you want to do, but are you getting what you want out of life? Is your life at its capacity? And are you living in your power? And are you utilizing your feminine energy to actually uplift the energy of the earth, to actually move and ascend the energy of the earth and humanity into their highest being? Because that is the whole point of women being the focus of so much hate and destruction and jealousy by these alien predator people who are so foreign to this land and to this place, right? We like to just blame men. I don't say it's men, I say it's alien predators who want to take over this place. And they say, okay, we see that women rules here. We see that women has the most power here, and the most they have the magnetic energy here. They can create worlds here. They can create realities here. So let's get to her. Let's make her feel like, she's unworthy. Like she has to do this, do that, look like this, look like that to measure up and be of substance. Let's brainwash men too a little bit into understanding how their masculine energy has nothing to do with feminine energy, and make them hate women and cause all this trauma, making women hate men. And it's like, just, do you guys not see what's going on here? Do you not see how you are being played against yourself? Do you not see this? So, ladies, please, it is time to start harnessing your soul's energy, harnessing the energy of your very being, and choosing to put that energy into the magic of creating worlds again, of creating life again. That is your only responsibility here on this planet, is to create life. Whatever that life looks like, whether it be a baby, a business, a movement. You know, you are here to create. And so when you waste all of your magic on worrying and thinking and investing so much energy onto some guy, right? Some guy. Some guy. Just some guy. Like, that's literally the only thing I can say about them, because they just be some guy, you know? Not a man that's actually invested in you, not a man that's actually got down on one knee and devoted his life to you, not a man that has showed you that he's going to bring power and pour love into your life and feed you those masculine energy centers like the root chakra and the solar plexus and the throat chakra and all these other chakras. Not guys like this. They just some guy that gives you a false sense of security, a false sense of love, and a false sense of worthiness. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And this is the definition of what most women are doing today that have yet to tap into their potential and their power. So, let me see what the chat's saying. Hi, Eileen. I don't know if you're still here. Oh, Zuena. Hello. Consciously Stone. Bree. Hello, Bree. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions or you have anything that you want to ask me before I end this video, now's a good time to do that. I am currently, I have my doors open to my one-on-one premium coaching program, the Lilith Code. The Lilith Code takes you through every single energetic blockage that is keeping you from magnetizing the life you desire, healing yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and receiving in abundance from the universe and from the masculine in your life. I have discounted this program. It is significantly lower than its original price, and it's only going to be that way for Scorpio season only. So if you are interested and you are ready and this video, this message spoke to you, make sure you click the link in my description and invest in yourself and get ready for this transformation, because Scorpio season is the best time to do it, honestly. And that's why I have it discounted during this time. But it won't be this price for forever, and this is one-on-one coaching as well as access to modules and an online platform where you can go in and view all of the videos that I have to help you unblock your sacral chakra, tap into the 7 elements of life and magnetism and spirituality, and ultimately activate your Lilith code. So that is available now. And again, the free 4-day mini course is also available. You can sign up for that if you want to learn how to integrate sacred masculinity into your energy field so that you can have a safe space to express and be in your dark feminine magnetism and power. Oh, so yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I'm super grateful and thankful. And also, I forgot to mention, my spiritual Wellness Super Center is back open. And I so can't wait till I get a new phone, y'all, so y'all can see this. But I have gold-plated zodiac necklaces available. And I also have dragon necklaces available, which are really, really... I'm going to make a YouTube video on my gold-plated necklaces that I have. But I have a dragon necklace. Also, I'm going to list that on the website. But if you guys want to purchase one of these babies, then click the link below. And I'm pretty sure I got through everything that I wanted to say in this video. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Esaia Mystic. And again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, share it, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video.